For the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Check the backer, check the backer. Man, Eddie.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 32-yard line. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play, an absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here this first quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And he rifles one incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Mahomes going to throw, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
2nd and 10.
Mike's
at the 31-yard line.
I got you. I got you.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Check, Go. 56, Mike, 56.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold airing one out for Crowder. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Silver. Back. Shift. Watch the shift.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Darnold on first down. Caught here by Bell. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
7-7, our score after 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
He's checking. Crash. Sponge. No. Ready? Pilot, 64, weak. Mike, check. 59. In your ready?
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Bell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Trey Madden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. They find some open field here. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Right on these two. There's a wide right. 53. Mike, 53. Pick me up. Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Marcus May with a pick. He was looking for Watkins that time. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, son. 56 is the mark. Hello, lady. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
On second down now, it's Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
You're outside. 56. Mike's 56. And watch the line. Kill. Red 80. Smooth. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Get in the weight room.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Darnold completes it. And some room to maneuver. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 77 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target. And now it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They run. It's Williams. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Mark, 59, Mark. Check, 59.
On first down, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Mike is 59. Mike is 80. Watch the floor. Watch the floor. Watch the floor.
Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
15.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Mecole Hardman the intended target. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On fourth down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at the 33. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson as time expires in the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Here's Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. 46 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 22.
64, please.
And their 1st down, Chiefs.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a first down.
And the Jets, first down.
We go set.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Under crush. Oh, lady.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
That's another Jets. First down.
You gonna see me in your
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. No.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Check 31, check 61, matchbox light.
Darnold now to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there.
59, Mike, check, 59. 1, 2, 3. Check, yo, 80. Mike is 59, Mike to 59.
Back to throw Darnold, and that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Yellow. All right, 80. Watch the run.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Sammy Watkins the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You're not ready.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now he's forced out left. And now he's going to use his legs. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. That he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Here we go, son. Check, 59. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. They'll roll him out right, and it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. Once more the juke. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes dancing to his left. He'll run it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
We're going to sign. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Ready? Watch the run. Watch the run.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Yellow. 53. Mike, 53. Check pass.
Mahomes now on first down. Going deep here for Watkins. And my goodness, another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, get in the weight room. Shift. Check. Lucky.
Again, it's Bell. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Come on now, let's go.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Darnold wants to throw the football. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off, to crowd it,